Hey everybody, I'm Danielle Harbour with the Cliffs Living Magazine here in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. I am here today with Tim Zoll with Zollhaus Companies, just doing some mini interviews for some of our business sponsors. And Tim, we want everybody to get to know you a little bit better, so tell us about yourself.
So thanks, Danielle. So myself in particular, I have been doing this renovation, remodeling, and construction work now for about a decade, full time for the last couple of years. And we have a small team of people at Zollhaus that helps us get all the work done. So myself in particular, I came to the area in 2018 from New York and started a business uh, technically at the beginning of last year. And before that, I worked for a couple of different large corporations in corporate America. And my background is actually in mechanical and environmental engineering. So I have a couple of degrees in those fields and worked in the industry for about a decade before leaving and now starting my own company.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations on the launch of your company. Tell us, like, what separates you from the competition and maybe some of the services that you provide as well.
Sure. So I think one of the biggest things in general that separates us is uh, I feel like there's a stereotype out there for contractors. They're not going to come in and kind of give you a design element and work with you with your ideas and kind of massage them until you get something that you like. Whereas, we'll come in and we'll kind of sit down and powwow and talk about what you're looking for and what fits your budget and fits your overall project long term. And then all the way down to the details of like the final paint colors and the tiles and whatnot. And we can do everything from the rough in of the plumbing and electric to the drywall down to the finishing touches of any bathroom or kitchen. So we primarily do a lot of bathrooms, kitchens, windows, doors, residential homes, small additions, decks. We do a few commercial properties, but that's generally the gist of it. But we just have a more intimate relationship and involvement with every project at every customer's specific home. So you don't feel like you are kind of left in the dark throughout the project.
That's fantastic. And I hear terrific things from some of the clients that you've worked with about some of your work and your team and how professional you are, and just simple things like you take your shoes off when you walk into somebody's house. And I know that that's greatly appreciated, that you respect them and respect their homes. So we appreciate that as well. Tell us, what do you love most about what you do?
Kind of along the same lines. So one is I like being involved in the day to day, but I also like having a group of people that we're all working together towards a common goal, and you get to see a project from start to finish. So, for example, actually, it may be a little tough to tell, but behind me on our website and Instagram page, you could see this particular project right behind me we did last fall, where it was a rough, old-looking building, and now we've made it into a kind of a beautiful Victorian style. It's a small business, so it's a salon that's actually opening back up on Friday. So good for them after all that's been going on. So yeah, that's kind of the gist there.
That's awesome. That looks great. Great background. I know you're always on the job, so we appreciate you taking the time out for the interview. Tell us, what other services do you offer that we may not have mentioned so far?
Well, I mean, generally, a lot of people ask me what I can do, and they're surprised when I tell them that we can do anything from, full baths to any kind of small handyman work. We like to fit that in between some of our larger projects. So, like I said, anything from small handyman work to full basement refinishes and bathroom refinishes. We do a lot of exterior siding and windows, as you can see behind me, and we can essentially, so one thing I didn't mention about my background is I personally flip houses of my own, so I call them live-in flips. And so I've had the advantage of being able to have gutted soup to nuts multiple homes now. So it's kind of a little bit of the school of hard knocks when it comes to learning about all that stuff. So I have a background and experience that most people generally don't have.
That's great. Awesome. Of course, like the wind wasn't blowing and everything until we started this, but now I'm getting attacked. But anyway, I'm curious, what's something that people don't know about you that you might want to share with everybody?
One unique thing, I guess, that I haven't mentioned is I spent most of my childhood growing up on a family dairy farm. So back in central New York, and the benefits of that are, I think, uh, that it gives you a sense of pride and character that is not really learned in many other facets. So I feel like that's a separation from the rest of the folks doing this kind of work. Plus, it builds a work ethic that some clients have, I don't want to say have kicked me out of their homes, but I generally start early and work late. And we usually get the job done as fast and as good a quality as we can. But I have been known to work longer than most people to get things done when people would like them done.
That's awesome. So you can milk cows and remodel houses. And
Again, yeah.
and another fun fact that I know from experience is that you're 6'5" and don't need a ladder for most things, like doing kitchen
Exactly.
cabinet
Yeah.
work and stuff like that, which is awesome. Okay, great. I appreciate your time today. Just let everyone know where they can find out more about you, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, so the easiest way is actually I'm starting to get more and more people all the time directly contacting me through our Instagram and Facebook company pages. So they're both found at Zollhaus companies. If you just search for that name in each of those forums, then we'll pop right up. And then our webpage is zollhausllc.com, so you can take a look at some pictures there. But the most current and I would say plentiful area of before and after pictures is certainly Instagram and Facebook. So take a look there, and you can reach out to us via any of those avenues.
Great. It was awesome talking to you today and getting to know you better, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Danielle. I appreciate all the work that you do for all the companies that sponsor the Cliffs magazine.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate that. We'll talk soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.